Welcome back, my dear children. How are you? I hope that you all are safe and fine at your home and your studies are going well. Okay, so the teaching and learning process has to be continued. So today we are here to learn a poem, that is chapter 7, The Charge of the Light Brigade. Let us start today's class. Yes, very good. Come, let us start. As I have said you before, today we are going to discuss the poem The Charge of Light Brigade, and this is the poem which is written by Alfred Tennyson, and he was born on 5th of August 1809, and he is succeeded by Wordsworth. Wordsworth is also one of the famous poet who has written many number of poems, and he began to write poetry at his early age. The poem was published in the Examiner in 1854, and it was one of the best known work of Tennyson, and he died in October 1892, and he was buried in the Poets' Corner in Westminster Abbey. Means usually the poets are buried in one particular place. In that particular place itself, even he was buried. That means you can understand how famous he was. And if we come back to this particular poem, so this is a poem which is an illusion of an actual right cavalry brigade which was forced against the Russian army in the Crimean War, between 1854 to 1856. So this poem which is an illusion. So what is an illusion? Illusion means it is an indirect reference. For example, you all know regarding First World War, Second World War. So the war cannot be shown directly. You can read the book, you can read the poem which says regarding the war, right? That itself is an illusion, which is an indirect reference. So even this poem is an indirect reference to biblical, historical or literary events. And this poem which says regarding actual light cavalry brigade which fought against the Russian army in 1854 to 1856, and even this poem you can see imagery, and imagery is nothing but while you are reading the poem itself you will get a visual description. While you are going through the poem, while you are understanding the poem, you will get to know what had happened in the war field. You will get a visual description in front of your eye. Even though it is not happening there, you will get an image regarding those things. Then that itself is called as imagery. So let us start the poem. Half a league, half a league, half a league onward, all in the valley of death, rode the 600. Forward the light brigade, charge for the gun, he said. Into the valley of death rode the 600. So as I said you before, the poem which is based on the war, and here the 600 cavalrymen who has rode for a miles and a half into the valley of death, they are fighting against light brigade advance, charge for the artillery, their command said. So in the war they have to listen to the commanders, right? So the commander is saying that be ready. So the 600 cavalrymen charged into the valley of death. So all the 600 cavalrymen are going to the valley of death, are moving towards the valley of death. Okay, so here they are moving towards the valley of death. And how many soldiers are there? How many cavalrymen are there? Here 600 cavalrymen are there who are moving towards the death. The war, we can't say whether they are alive or they will die, right? So war means itself they are moving towards the death. So here they are saying that, so they are moving towards the valley of death. Okay, and in first stanza you can see over here, the valley of death is nothing but the illusion. Okay, so it says, it gives you indirect reference regarding the valley of death, how they have fought. Forward the light brigade was there a man dismayed, not though the soldiers know someone has blended, theirs not to make reply, theirs not to reason why, theirs but do or die. Into the valley of death rode the 600. So as you know, if the commander had something, the soldiers, the cavalrymen who are there, they have to obey, right? They have to obey their words and they have to do whatever they say. So here they are moving towards, okay, and was there a man dismayed? Dismayed means they are feeling happy. Okay, it is a something which is a happiness, and there is a less unit of army in theirs. Okay, so they are having a feeling of happiness, even though, okay, not though the soldiers know, even though the soldiers know we are less in number and they are more in number, someone has blended. Blended means making a big mistake due to lack of care. Okay, making a big mistake. So someone has made a mistake, but theirs not to make reply, but the soldier's duty is not to make any reply and not to ask reason why. Only one thing which is left to them is do or die. Into the valley of death rode the 600. So all the 600 members, without asking them any reason, without asking any questions, without making any replies, they are moving. All the 600s are moving into the cavalry. All the 600 are moving towards the valley of death. Okay, someone has made the mistake, but without asking, they have to do or die. Only one thing which is left to them, so they are moving towards the valley of death. Really, it's very heart-touching poem, my dear children. See the next stanza, that is the third stanza of the poem. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon in front of them, void and thundered, stormed at with shot and shell. Boldly they rode and well into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell rode the 600. So this is the cannon. What you are seeing the image, this is the cannon. If you see towards the front, towards the right side there is a cannon, towards the left side there is a cannon, and even towards the front also there is a cannon. Towards the three direction they have placed the cannon. And void is nothing but it is a bullet. Okay, it is a large number of bullet which is firing at the same time, and thundered. Thunder is an continuously a large number of bullet which is attacking them continuously at the same time to be attacked with something, and they are attacked with something but with shot and shell means hardly protective. If enemies are attacking you towards all the direction, how can you protect yourself? It is very hard to protect themselves. It is very hard to protect themselves, and they know that. Boldly they rode and well, they are shouting, they are fighting against the enemy, but they know that into the jars of death. They know that we are going into the mouth of death. We are moving towards the mouth of hell, road the 600. Even though they know that they are going to die, they are moving towards the death, they are moving towards the mouth of hell, still they are having the spirit and they rode the 600 soldiers. Now let us move towards the next stanza. Flashed all their scabbards bare, flashed as they turned in air, scabbarding the gunners there, charging an army while all the world wounded, plucked in the battery smoke, right through the lines they broke. Cossack and Russian reeled from the scabbard stroke, scattered and scundered. Then they rode back, but not the 600. So, as I said before, the cannon are placed everywhere and they have been in pain already, and they are having the sword which is unsheltered sword. Okay, so they raised their sword in the air. So even though those much of things, they are ready to fight, and their swords are flashed in a light. So those swords are flashing in the light and scabbard the enemy soldiers firing the gun. So first they are scabbarding the gunners there. Gunners means those who are having cannon. So they are placing upon the horse and they are going to hurt them. They are going to fight against them. They changed an entire army, and the whole world watched in amazement. So the whole world is wondered. All the world is wondered. Okay, so all the world is seeing now. If soldiers got hurt, it's like whole world has got hurt. If soldiers are not strong, it seems like the people who are in the society, they are also not strong. And even though those much of things has been done, they are in energetically. Okay, the cavalrymen drawn into the smoke from the gun, so they moved towards the smoke of the gun and they thought the enemy line. They crossed the enemy line. There will be a line. They broke the enemy line. So they have mixed up. All the enemies are mixed up. They crossed the enemy line. The Russian troop well drowned, cut into the pieces. So now everything has been divided. It has been divided all into the small. The fight has been started now. Then they rode back, but not the 600. Some got hurt. Some of them are falling in the air. They turned into air. They are falling down. They have got hurt, but still energetically the remaining soldiers are moving towards and they are fighting energetically. Few fall down, but still there are members in the cavalry. Not the 600 has been fell down. Still they are having the energy. They are ready to fight. The poet has been beautifully described what has happened, how the fight is going on. but even though they are in number 600, they have not lost their energy. Let us see what happens next. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon behind them volleyed and thundered, stormed at with shot and shell, while hordes and heroes fell. They that had fought so well came through the jar of death, back from the mouth of hell. All that was left of them, left of 600. So now the fight is going on, and what happens? The cannon is placed right to them, left to them, and even behind them. Okay, and even the bullets are passing continuously. Even though the bullets are passing continuously, even though they are having hardly protective and few heroes, the soldiers are nothing but the heroes. Okay, the horses and heroes fell, they fell down towards the earth, that they had fought so well. Even though they had fall down, they had fought so well. Okay, they have ready to fight, and they are fighting so well, and they came through the jar of death. They came through the jar of death, but they came back from the mouth of hell. They came through the jar of death. They came through the jar of death. I am repeating again and again. They came through the jar of death, but they came back from the mouth of hell. That means when you are moving, think that you are moving in a road, and a vehicle that comes suddenly to hit you, and you are escaped in a fraction of second. How will you feel? In the same way this is. So here also they came through the jar of death, but they are back from the mouth of hell. So they are out of danger now. All that was left of them, left of 600. So they are wounded, but they are back from the mouth of hell. So no one has been died, left of 600. All the 600 of them has been left. They have fight so well, that is, they have defeated the huge army. They have defeated the huge army, and they are fighting energetically against that army. And the last stanza says that, when can their glory fade? When can their glory fade? Oh, the wild charge they made. Oh, the wild charge they made. All the world wondered. All the world wondered. Honor the charge they made. Honor the charge they made. Honor the light brigade, noble 600. Honor the light brigade, noble 600. So what had happened here? The soldiers have been won here. Okay, so they had won against the battle. So they are won against this particular battle. We must respect their charge. We must respect their fight. We must respect them, and we also must respect all the brave 600 men of light brigade. Okay, we should honor them. We should honor their fight. We should honor them. They are the real heroes, and we should also honor all the noble 600 soldiers of light brigades, because ultimately they have won in the fight. Whatever had been happen, it may be the large army, they are not having a sufficient equipments. Finally they have won the battle. So we have to honor the soldiers. So this is the poem, my dear children. I hope that you all have understood. So once let us recall it. So, Alfred is a poet who has written this particular poem, and he has beautifully described. And this is a poem which is based on the illusion and imaginary. I had said you before what is imaginary and illusion. So, here it is a fight between the Light Brigades and the Russian. Finally, the Light Brigades has been won the battle, and this is war poetry and poem about armed combat, and this poem is an introduction to the Victorian era during that particular time, and this was war which was fought between 1854 to 1856. So here all there were the 600 army, 600 cavalrymen. So if you see the Russian army was very big, and they were having well sufficient weapons and equipment for the fight, but here they were all small in number. And the soldiers there will be a commander. The soldiers has to listen, has to obey the words of commander, whatever the commander says, even though the commanding is right, even though the commanding is wrong, the soldiers are never reply, or they never ask that why. So in the same way here also, the soldiers, he said okay to start the fight, and the fight has been started, and they think that it is one of the big mistake which is done by someone, because their army is big and their army is small, and they think that they are moving towards the valley of death, they are moving towards the mouth of hell. But fortunately, what happens, they won the battle. So they were having the cannons towards the right, towards the left, towards the front, towards the back, and even the bullets which was continuously firing against them, but they were hardly protective. So they have got hurt. Even though they have got hurt, they are having an energy, and they were energetically fighting against them, and they fought against them. And finally what happens, they came through the jar of death, but they came back from the mouth of hell, and all that was left them, all the 600 cavalrymen was left. So the injuries has been happened for the soldiers, but all the 600 men was left. So finally what they are saying is, so the Light Brigades has been won the battle, and the honor should be done for the 600 nobles. Okay, they are the heroes, the real heroes of the nation. So we have to honor them, we have to respect them. I hope you have understood, my dear children. Not only the poem, if you see in our real life, even we are happy, we are sitting here happy, we are enjoying the time with our family, it's only because of the army, the soldiers who are staying in the border, and they are fighting for our safety. And we have to really respect them, we have to really honor them for safeguarding us. Okay, and they are the real heroes of the nation. So we have to respect, we have to have a honor towards them, and because of them we are safe here, and we are healthy, we are safe, everything is because of them. And this is a poem, a good poem, which says how difficult it is to fight against the army. So they should have such a willpower, and they are having only one option, either do or die. So they can't run back. So even though they die, it's because of us. For us they are living their life, and many of the soldiers has been gave their life for our happiness. they have sacrificed their lives. So let us all honor and respect those heroes, those soldiers who are really the heroes of this particular nation. So I hope this particular poem was very interesting, and we have got few knowledges regarding how soldiers really hard work. Okay, so this is the poem which is written by Alfred, and it is a beautiful poem. I hope that you have understood this particular poem. And one more thing I wanted to say is this poem is memorization. You have to by heart this poem even for the exam. There may be based on this particular poem. Next, for the next exam, complete the poem. So this is the poem which is for the memorization, so you have to memorize the poem. Okay, so now I will give you the home assignment. The home assignment is write briefly a summary of poem The Charge of Light Brigade. So what you have understood, okay, what you have understood, that you have to write it. So you have to write the summary of the poem, and I hope you all are safe and fine, and today's recorded class was interesting and you have understood. So next, let us meet in next class. Thank you all.